back. Today is Thursday, December 11th, and this is episode 122 of NooBTooB Weekly Event Podcast, where I'm going to grab my wife and we're going to go rob a motherfucking bank.
That sounds a little dangerous. Aren't you afraid you're going to get, like, hurt, shot, killed?
Bitch, have you not played Prince of Persia? If you have a girl follow you around, you're invincible. I'm bulletproof, son. I'm going to go share some fucking needles with junkies.
Dude, it does not work like that. Not every single woman has these powers.
Are you shitting me?
No.
Maybe I shouldn't have had all that unprotected sex. Dude, take a look. Is this... I got this rash. Is this supposed to look like this?
Holy fucking shit! It looks like one of the cock monsters from Dead Space. Get that shit out of here! Ah!
Jack Thompson was right, man. Video games do give you syphilis. I'm Tobo Kozai.
And I'm Yuzo Watanabe, and I am going to throw up. This week we are talking about Prince of Persia, Resident Evil 5 demo, and Resistance 2.
That's right. Resistance 2, you sons of bitches. Are you happy now? You can stop bothering us. Our new releases include Persona 4, Meteos Wars, and then Prince of Persia and Sonic Unleashed. Yeah, they're ported to new platforms. Very exciting.
Very. As always, we'll have site news, community news, and culture news, but let's get started with Prince of Persia.
Oh, wait, hold on. I did that wrong.
Oh, hold on. Oh, wait, I gotta save you. I gotta, hold on.
Oh!
Okay.
All right, ready?
Wait,
I did that wrong.
That fucking game. All right.
So, I would like to go back to a week or two ago when we're like, hey, we're going to come back next week, and we're either going to be like, this is the best game I've ever played in my whole life, or we're going to be angry.
Yeah. And actually, I remember you had some very telling words. You're like, oh, Ubisoft, they're well known for surprise butt sex.
Surprise butt sex.
I think this was surprise butt sex in this time.
Yeah.
Not well. That's meaning that's bad. Generally, I mean, some people actually like that, but
yeah, this game was so.
It looked really good.
It's really pretty.
Looked really good.
It's really, really pretty.
Yeah, I mean, the art design is, they basically took it all the way through, right? They're saying, like, okay, we're going to do cell shading, but we're going to do it a little differently.
Yeah, it's a little kind of like, it's like, you call it like edgy cell shading, you know? Like, it's like a little bit kind of crunchy.
Did it remind you at all of, like, No More Heroes in a way and something? Because it's like, there's more blood, there was like kind of all these particle effects all over the place.
Yeah.
Very pretty. And the draw distance was awesome.
Yeah, that's true. It just went off. It went off forever. I mean, like, everything about it was very pretty. So there's two major game mechanics in this game, right? So there's the platforming.
Which
and then there's the fighting.
The fighting. Well, yeah. There's not really much story. There's a little bit of puzzle solving, but not a lot. Right, you can move. You had 4 levers. You had to do them in a particular order. I mean, there's a little bit.
There's a little bit of puzzle solving.
But predominantly, it's half combat, half platforming.
That's like there's like a little bit of puzzle solving in my day because I have to put my shoes on in the morning. I have to tie my shoelaces. I'm like, I had a puzzle this morning.
Which key do I use off my key ring to do the car? Yeah, that's kind of the level. But I mean, let's talk about the 2 levels, right? The platforming was pretty good. I kind of like some of the platforming. After you got to, you got all the basics of like, okay, running along walls, using the B button, you started getting into a flow, and it was kind of fun.
Yeah, but
for a little while.
It was kind of fun, but I kept feeling like it was a little bit too easy. Like, I kept beating level after level after level, and I was just like, all right, this is very much just like run along a wall, jump over here. But I mean, like, I didn't feel like I was getting all that much better at it. Like, it was always very clear. But when I was doing it, like, it was kind of like Mirror's Edge, where it's like, sure, it's not super hard, but you're like, running, and then you jump over, and you climb along a ledge, and you jump over to something else. I mean,
you compare it to like Mirror's Edge has like, I think, 2 or 3 times the platforming of Prince of Persia. Because really, like, Mirror's Edge is all about timing and when to hit the buttons and all that. Prince of Persia is, you kind of hit the button, and the amount of time you have is like a full second or two, right? I mean, it's platforming light.
Right.
But you do kind of do a lot of stuff, but you get to the point where it's like, okay, now you got to do a lot of combat, which really pissed me off.
The combat was lame.
Man. Wasn't the combat of Prince of Persia good? Like, somewhat decent? The original? Like, the first 2?
Okay, kind of.
Compared to this game.
For what it was, I mean, like, it was like hit high, hit low.
Yeah.
Like, it was, I guess, I mean, for the time, but I mean, like, this was just bizarre. Like,
they did a lot of different things. Don't get me wrong.
They did, because you had all the combination abilities of you could take the girl that was with you and you could kind of huck her at them.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, basically, it's like grabbing her foot. You're like, get him, bitch! Sick him!
She does a really good amount of damage, too.
She did, and that actually came down to, so every boss battle, there is one attack that kills every boss.
Pretty much.
You have her attack, you do his attack, you do her attack, his attack, and then she throws you up in the air. Then you throw her back at them.
A B A B B A.
Yeah, it's just like, you can do that attack on every boss over and over and over again.
There's one boss. So one of the things that I thought was a little different was there's a couple of bosses, like the warrior guy. You couldn't actually kill him. The whole point of it was to push him off the thing.
Yeah. But
it's like, you kind of take these little elements and it's just like, okay, let's tweak it a little bit, It's still, and like, the alchemist guy is all fucking quick time events.
Yeah.
Right? You kind of get him hurt and then it's just like, oh, quick time event. And that's all it is.
Yeah.
Quick time events string together and it's like, when was that fun? When was the last time you really enjoyed quick time events? Shenmue?
Yeah.
I mean, really,
it's
right?
It's been a while. So the weird thing about this game is that there was no part of it that I hated. Like, the combat was mediocre, it was annoying.
I didn't hate it, you're right. Yeah.
But it was one of these things, you and I were talking about this during the week. Like, I was like, I was playing some Resistance, and I knew that I wanted to play some more Prince of Persia before we reviewed the game for the show. And you sit down, and you're just like, I just don't care that much. Like, it's a weird thing. Like, I didn't hate it. I just didn't ever want to play.
Well, after like finishing a couple of zones, right? Like I finished like maybe 5 or 6 zones, and I'm like, okay, I got to go to the next zone and then do this so I can get enough of these little light balls to unlock a power. But unlock a power is just like, okay, you can walk along a wall. You can
jump to a spot and stick to it, and jump to another spot and stick to it.
But it's not to the same level of like a banjo, right? It doesn't say like, okay, let's fundamentally change what you can probably do to kind of open up a new world. It's like, okay, you've activated this hotspot. Big deal.
Right, yeah. It's kind of like an easier way of going back, as opposed to having to think about clever new game mechanics that let you reuse a level.
Yeah.
It was just more of like, they went back with a punch, like a little red punch. Like, all right, take this level, bum, 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 bum. Yeah. If you jump off the red plates, you can get to these other dots.
It's like another path.
Right. But it's not like, oh, now you're an ant and you can walk up walls. Now you're like, you can fly. Now you can do
you don't get a bee suit where you can fly around or do any of that stuff. And it's like, the whole, all of this stuff all added together, you know what it makes me feel like? It's just like Ubisoft is taking their biggest franchises, they're looking at Assassin's Creed because it did really well. They're saying like, why did Assassin's Creed go well? Probably because it was easy as fucking shit.
Yeah.
And not that interesting, right? It didn't have a lot of depth, but it was pretty.
Which I guess we didn't even touch on, which is the ease. So anytime you fuck up in the platforming, you immediately are pulled back. I mean,
and there wasn't even a button for it.
No, it always happens. But the funny thing is you and I talk about this. We're like, I don't want to do bullshit stuff over and over again. I wish that they would always make it nice. But then if they make it too easy, you don't ever feel like there's any consequences to your actions. I mean, if you die in a fight, the enemy's health goes back up, yours goes back up, and you just keep fighting. It's just like a never-ending...
And it almost feels like it's grueling, right? It's just like all of a sudden, it's just like, it's more of an endurance fest of like, can I press the button enough times to beat this boss?
Yeah.
Not can I learn a new task or any of that stuff. And it's just like, it all felt like work.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, like, as soon as I realized that I could hack all the combat with just kind of like a couple button mashes, because like, you can make it harder, right? Like,
yes.
Even once you figure out a way to cheat on a game, you can make it harder because you're like, oh, I'm going to try doing these blocks and dodges. I'm going to try and do counter moves.
Why would you?
But why would you? That's exactly right. Because it's like, it's not my job to make your game fun. You get paid to do that.
To force you to go, because like you take a game like God of War, you take a game like Ninja Gaiden, it's just like they throw enemies at you that make your basic, I win button not work anymore.
Right.
So you got to try something else.
Yeah.
But I never felt at any point during this game it's just like, I can use something else. I could like mash, and I win. Mash,
yeah,
and I win.
Exactly.
Like,
so, it's just a through and through. It's a mediocre game, and compared to the other stuff that like
it's not bad.
It's not terrible.
It's not bad. Like, it's better than Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, well,
right?
Assassin's Creed sucks ass. Like, that game I hated.
Yeah.
Like, this is just like, I have other stuff to do. Like, if somebody gave me Prince of Persia and I couldn't afford any other games, I'd probably play through it. I'm like, well, I want to play something.
You know what it is? It's like some fucking like, threes, like, no, like Seinfeld is on. And it's just like it's there, and it's just like, I've seen this episode about 5 times.
Yeah, like, what else am I going to do?
But then, like, all of a sudden, a really good show pops up, like Mad Men or something like that. It's just like, no, I gotta watch all this shit.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
It is. It's just like that. It is the Friends. It is the syndicated. This is Everybody Loves Raymond of video games.
And if there's nothing else to do, this game will do.
Yeah.
It will, because it's like it's better than Assassin's Creed. I don't think it's as good as Mirror's Edge, though.
No.
And we didn't like that Mirror's Edge that much, you know. So
this is Mirror's Edge. At least had some innovation to it. This is kind of like a throwing together of a bunch of.
Yeah.
I mean, Yeah, I don't know.
I feel bad about saying bad stuff about it because it's not. I mean, it's polished.
Yeah.
You can tell they put all this production value into it. It looks really good, and like the other thing I forgot to mention, the voice acting is actually pretty decent.
It is.
You want to know why?
Why's that?
Do you know who does the voice of the prince?
Who?
Oh, come on, dude! You don't tell me you didn't recognize that. This is what I heard. I have to confirm it.
I didn't recognize it. Who is it?
It's the guy from Uncharted.
Oh, no way!
Somebody said that, so I have to confirm that.
We will. All right, I will consider that to be unconfirmed.
When I heard that, and then I listened, I'm like, oh yeah, that's totally him.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
And who they get for
the funny thing is the guy from Uncharted sounds just like Nathan Fillion from Firefly.
He does.
Captain Mal. Like I swore up and down that Captain Mal and for those of you who are younger, fucking Captain Hammer.
Captain Hammer. Yes.
He
got to be a lot younger.
He just sounds like just like him.
I think he actually had the same mannerisms too, right? I mean, he kind of.
He's just like him. He's just like the Captain Mal.
But that's what it felt to me like. I listened to all his script and I'm like, wow, that's a totally line you could have put in Uncharted. It would have been just fine because it felt very postmodern. Yeah. For a Prince of Persia game, it's just like I expect a little bit more. Persianness?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Well, exactly. I mean, this could have been anywhere. They could have set it in a tundra. You could have been like
Prince of the Arctic.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, you take any culture and you could just throw that in. And he's just like, dude, for no reason at all, is wandering through a valley. Some girl shows up, and then her dad's like, "Come back here, you bitch!" And he's like, for no reason at all, I'm gonna.
She could have been an Eskimo.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Anything at all. So, I mean, she could have been fucking Pocahontas. It doesn't matter. So, I mean, the game was just kind of very like, you know, it's like, whatever.
So, anyhow,
not a bad game.
I'm going to give it a thumbs down rental. Like, I'm not gonna, like, this thing is just like, there's so many other good games out there these days where you can go and rent instead. But if there's nothing, like if you have a GameFly account, just put it in your queue. Just stick it at the end. That's my recommendation.
Right. I mean, the thing is like you're right. Like I did not want to play it, so I got to give it thumbs down rental too. Like I had the game sitting there, and I did not want to put it in the fucking console.
No, I played some other games instead. Yes. And we'll talk about that later.
So next up, Resident Evil 5 demo.
Dude, I was so excited about this game. Oh, holy shit! Like Resident Evil 4, it was one of the best games of that generation, easily, right?
Absolutely. This game is weird. So
I'd say half the game really fucking sucks.
Yes.
And the other half is like pretty good.
There are two pieces to this demo. There is piece one where
Let's talk about the good one first.
Let's talk about the good one. All right, so the good one feels kind of like Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, you're walking around. You have all these kind of zombies, and the thing that really bugs me.
Gorgeous.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Holy dude, the back of who is it? Leon, Chris?
Yeah.
Leon. It's one of the older guys from one of the original. Yeah. I'm not a Resident Evil fanboy, so I don't really know. But the back, like all the detail in it is just like wow. I could just kind of sit there and like wow, he's got like amazing fabric.
Yeah, it's true. You just want to touch him. It's like I just want to rub your back.
Not in that way.
Oh, you look tense. Are those zombies beating up on you, Leon? Oh, let me make that better.
But like feels exactly.
I mean, the dust on the ground and like everything just looks like it's all falling apart.
Oh yeah, and like the what is it? The organic aspects of it. Some of the zombies, for some reason, they look like normal guys, and all of a sudden they have this weird like flower meat thing coming out of their mouths.
And when you blow their head off, they can kind of keep wandering around. Their heads like all like.
Yeah. And it looks amazing.
It looks good. And there's a girl with you who actually plays assist.
Yeah. Well, so let me touch on this one thing. Like, all that fucking controversy about them being in Africa and you killing black people, they went too far correcting it, personally.
You think?
Well, dude, not only, number one, they give you, like, it's not that I want them to do that, but it's just like, I think the vision of, like, me being in Africa, like, being in the setting, all of a sudden, like, number one, there's half of them are black and the other half are, like, Saudi Arabia?
Eurasian?
Mexican? I don't know.
Yeah,
but
it's a little
I'm like, I'm in Africa. Why are half the zombies not black?
Yeah. PC. Just it's
Too
all,
PC.
It's all just
I'm
PC.
cool with the other your teammate being black, because I think that makes sense, because you're doing all this stuff. But dude, they went way too far addressing the thing where like a white guy killing black guys.
It's true. I mean, like if you're a game designer, you should tell them to go fuck themselves. Like it was just like the same thing with the stuff from the Quran being in Little Big Planet.
Yeah.
Most Muslims did not care. It was like two verses. It was in the background. It wasn't disrespectful.
The song was actually praising.
It was praising
right?
Allah. You know, like whatever. It's like some people will always complain about shit, and you just be like, you know what? This dude is fighting in Africa. Fuck off. Like when you fight in some white town, like you're fighting in like Whitey McWhitesville, you're killing a bunch. Yeah, if you're fighting in Russia, you're killing white Russians.
That's. I want to see little hats, furry hats.
Yeah.
And I want to see all the stuff that you would see in it. But just like with this, I'm like, come on, guys.
Whatever.
Anyhow, so
the stuff with the girl is very interesting because for the first time in a Resident Evil game, you get these really interesting segments where she can kind of run off, and if you boost her up on a roof, she'll be fucking sniping down for you, and if there's a couple of sections where she has to be separated from you. Yeah,
so like I had a bad experience with that. So there's one where it's just like, okay, you got to do a running jump and have her go to another building, right? Yep. And I'm like, I did that, and all of a sudden, like, I couldn't follow her.
Yeah.
Like, she's in another building, and I'm looking, and I'm like trying to shoot, and all of a sudden she went downstairs.
Yeah.
I could not help her. I could not shoot at what she was fighting.
You had to go back down another floor.
Because I was waiting. She was like, oh, I'm like shooting. I'm like, come on. What the
So you missed a big game mechanic, which was you have to kind of like at the second she jumps over there, you become a guard, and you're like running down the floors in the other buildings so that you can kill the zombies.
I looked to the right, I looked to the left. I didn't see a stair. I'm thinking it's like it's one of those things where like in Gears of War, where like all of a sudden you're separated, and I gotta like cover for you. But she went downstairs, and I'm like, what the fuck is the matter with this AI?
Yeah, it is.
And she died.
Oh, that's funny.
So I'm playing it wrong. Sorry.
Yeah, so the point is with that is like you actually get into these things where you have to give her cover. Like they gave you a sniper rifle, and I ran back down the next floor, and like the guys were coming at her, and you're like picking them up.
Wait, so you don't go across and then come back up?
You come down the same building you're already in.
Oh, gotcha. So when I saw that I couldn't reach her, I should have gotten the next step of maybe I should go to a different floor.
Problem solving,
yes.
So you go down and like there's zombies around barrels, you can blow them up, and you're like basically, and then she gets down to the bottom, she lets you back out, and then there's like a whole nother boss fight, whatever.
Yeah, but it's really co-op. That's what I love about this game. It's just like they're gonna make things where like, oh, help, Tobin, help, right? And it's just like, what am I doing? And then you have to hit a button to save me.
Yes, and that is pretty cool. She gets in a lot of trouble. Like this is like the kind of games I generally don't like helping people in games. So it's like one of these things where I would be fighting people off, and then it's just like, she's about to die, and you run over, you help her, and you run back, and it's like, she's about to die. You're like, bitch, will you just get in a corner and shoot some zombies? Like, how fucking, just sit there, just like this, just shoot them when they come at you.
You kind of want to put the AI level and just like notch it up a little bit. But if it's going to be both like me and you playing together, it's going to be a lot different,
See,
right?
that's what I'm thinking. I think the co-op is going to be the shiznit. That's going to be... So that was the first. That was the first level.
It's actually the second level because I did the other level.
The left one and the right one.
There are two scenarios you can do when you start the demo. Yeah. The first scenario is different.
The first one is a ripoff of Left 4 Dead.
A little bit, yeah.
Except it sucks dick. So we're done talking about the other one. The other one was good. The other one felt like Resident Evil. It felt fun. It looked good. The mechanics were great.
If that was the game, and that was the game that they showed me, I say buy it launch.
Yes. This next one, so you show up and you're in some village, and then for some reason a guy with a goddamn bullhorn is able to instruct zombies on what to do. I don't know where... he knows zombified language. Yeah. He's like, and they're like, okay. And then that's it. The whole level is
just a survival level.
It's a survival level.
And like, so there's a guy with a megaphone, you kill him, and that doesn't seem to have that much of an effect on the number of zombies, but you have also this big executioner guy who looks pretty badass. Yeah. And he is badass. He has this big axe. He's in it, and then you have a billion zombies.
And it's so fucking annoying because the game doesn't have the quick mechanics of Left 4 Dead. It doesn't have the... You know, you're not... You know, like, there's limited ammo. The zombies are fucking annoying. I mean, like... Resident Evil is a suspense horror game. Like, it's supposed to be a little bit of action, and then kind of like, it's like a little bit of
eeriness, right? Yeah,
it's not like, just like...
And they throw... And, like, it's respawning zombies, and I only had, like, 6 bullets. So I ran out of 6 bullets, and you kill some
people.
You like got the zombies, and he died, and you have to pick up something, but then you have 8 zombies coming at you and attacking. Yeah. And it was the most frustrating Resident Evil experience I have ever had.
Yeah.
Ever.
I hated it. And the thing is, I played that one first.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'm fucking done. Like this game sucks. So, I don't know what to say. Like,
I hope they don't...
know there's going to be this survival shit in the game, and it's going to suck.
But do you think it would be better in a co-op experience where you're like, okay, hey, cover my back. You're back to back, and you're doing all that like cool stuff?
No. I really think that was so fucking annoying that there's no saving it. Like, I think that it's going to be one of those things.
So you think it'll be a game killer, though?
No, I think that we'll just play through the rest of the game and we'll enjoy the rest of it, and then every time those levels comes, that there's like, hopefully that's just like one thing. You get rescued, and maybe that never happens again.
No. If they're going to show it as part of the demo, it's going to be like, at the end of every chapter, guess what you got to do?
God damn it. It sucked. It seriously was just awful. There was nothing fun about it.
I mean, part of me thinks that like maybe if we knew how to play better, it would be a little bit more. Because the thing is, like, I didn't even figure out the whole like stabbing motion to get them away from me until like halfway through the game, and I'm like, this kind of sucks. But
yeah, I mean, I was doing that, and like I was doing the whole thing where I was like running from building to building. You collect all the ammo and you keep shooting guys, but it wasn't that it was like overly hard or anything. It's just that it wasn't in any way fun. Yeah, it was just like. It was Left 4 Dead not as well done, honestly.
Yeah, it was Left 4 Dead if you like had one arm behind your back and you were basically crippled.
Yeah, the controls were shit. Like it was just kind of because it's not made for that. It's made for this. It's made for a leveled pace. It's made for like occasional sprints, but mostly like checking from place to place.
I think that's exactly it. They took the standard Resident Evil control scheme, which works really well for that. Yeah. But then they try to add another gameplay mode, which is totally unsuited for it.
So the thing is like a couple people complained that they thought the camera was too close. I didn't feel that. I didn't mind it too much.
I felt it during the survival mode. Definitely. Because
they were coming from everywhere.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, you would be in a spot, and there would be 8 different ways the zombies can come after you. It's like you'd never be in a corner and do the right thing.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, so when the game sucks, the camera's too close. Yeah.
Yeah, and all the other parts of the game. Dude, I love it. It felt just like Resident Evil, but prettier.
Yes.
For the second scenario. So hopefully it'll be good. But Capcom, like, start cutting that shit, or whoever invented the survival mode, like, fire them or something.
So here's my review of that game. It's like, God, just make the second half of the demo be the game and just trash the fucking survival stuff. Just throw it out. It's garbage. It's not even worth saving.
I'm really hoping. So here's the thing. So next week we are going to a Capcom event to go check out Resident Evil and Bionic Commando, and they said they're going to have a 20-minute co-op experience of it. And I hope it's not this demo. I really hope.
I'm just thinking I'm going to talk some shit. Like, if they have that stuff there, I want to find the developers, I want to find the PR people, and like, the survival mode is shit, and we're going to say this is shit all over our show.
And the other half is really good. Keep doing what you're doing.
So you're gonna. We
gotta get. Dude, we need to get the video show.
I want to have you videotaping it. I'm going to get shit-faced drunk on their dime, and I'm just going to go up and tell them how much ass half their game is.
Hopefully be like, remember when that one Sega girl was there? And just like, I can just like rail down. Just like,
videoed that.
Oh, it would have been so awesome.
I should have totally videoed that at PAX.
So we'll do that.
You were just up in that girl's face. You're like, why
did you fuck with Sonic?
Why are you fucking with Sonic? And it's still true. It's still true.
Like, so hopefully we can get that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And last but not least, finally, we played Resistance 2.
Let's give some of the reasons why we didn't. It's why it's been a while, right?
It's been a while.
Resistance 1, personally, thumbs down game. I hated it.
We had a review. God, it was probably like right when NooBTooB started, wasn't it? It was pretty.
It was a while ago. Yeah, we hated the controls.
The controls were bad, and you didn't feel like you had any effect on the world. You were very much like there'd kind of be people running at you, and you'd kind of empty a gun into them, but they didn't really. It just never felt.
It was like a sterile FPS. That's what it felt like to me. It's just like you're kind of doing everything, and like the aliens weren't that interesting. Right. They really weren't.
And
they were
the weapons
generic.
weren't as interesting as they've become.
No.
It's like this Resistance really feels to me like a game by Insomniac. Because it feels like Sonic, where they're just
Ratchet, rather.
Sorry, Ratchet.
Yeah, like, not like Sonic!
No!
Nothing like Sonic!
I've only had half a glass! But it's like, it felt like a Ratchet game in that there's all these weapons, and you're never short on weapons. I love that, where it's just like, there are weapons everywhere, because what this is you have to be good at fighting.
Yeah, you don't have to be good about what is it?
Conservation
of stuff. Yeah.
And that's the way Ratchet feels too. You're never out of ammo in Ratchet. You've got 85 guns, and you can fucking swap all over the place.
You're more like you have too many choices in Ratchet. You're not sure which ones to use, that's what it feels like. Except you only can carry 2 weapons, though, right? So
that does limit your choice, but you do a lot of times find more weapons. You can be swapping all the time. Like, you can just be popping.
And ammo's not that much of a problem. Anytime the thing is, I was always trying to kill and use the Chimera weapons, just because there was always ammo. But the thing is, like, I also saw other ammo. I'm like, well, I saw that. Ooh, I just saw that 2 seconds ago. I saw that 2 seconds ago.
They put human shit everywhere too. Like, it was.
Yeah.
But the thing that impresses me the most is the scale.
Oh wow.
The scale of this game, man. There's like the first time you come out of the underground.
Yeah.
And there are.
What are
ships,
the walker
the
things?
Golden Gate Bridge is on fire. The city is under bombardment. It doesn't feel like you're looking at a flat screen with a movie. It's like I could walk over there and that shit would kill me.
It's almost like they said, okay, we got a polygon budget. It's like, okay, we got to put enough. It's like, no, fuck that. We are going to put it in the background.
Yeah, we we can't make that work, but we'll just play it. Like,
whatever.
Yeah.
Right. It's just like we'll make it, and like it moves and it shapes like some of the big things that you're fighting. Like right in the beginning, I only played
the big walker,
a few hours.
Dude, with the fucking thing on his back.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Like I look at that and I kind of look at Gears too of some of the things, and I'm like, I'm a little more impressed with what Resistance was able to do with the sense of scale.
I actually kind of agree with you, because the thing is, there were several times in Gears where, for example, you'd be up on the chain gun, and I would be down there below, and I'm like, you know what? I need to just let you shoot because I'm wasting ammo, because this is really just kind of a movie. Like this doesn't. I don't have as much of an effect on what's happening.
Yeah, there wasn't that connection. But with this one, it's just like, oh, by the way, you need to go and kill this this thing, and it's actually shooting at you at the same time. And I'm like, wow. And I died a few times. So I'm like, this feels like I'm doing something epic. Yeah. Where like I almost think that almost like Gears like went away from it a little bit, and they kind of like how far like does it keep going all the way through? I only got like 3 chapters in. I mean, like every time you get something huge.
Yeah, I mean, so far, like, did you do any of the stuff in the ocean? When Okay, so you did it. So you did all that stuff. I mean, like,
which was pretty.
It was really cool, like all the fights in the ocean. I mean, like they do the right thing where it's like if you get up against a boss who's really hard, they just give you infinite ammo.
Really?
Yeah. Because the trick, like, I don't know if you noticed this, but when you were in the ocean fighting that boss, that when you were on the raft, you had infinite ammo.
Really?
Yeah, it's just like, because the trick is how you beat him, not running around collecting ammo. Like, this feels like an Insomniac game, because they find the thing. You know that in playtesting, some guys like, I fucking hate collecting ammo. They're like, all right, fair enough.
Well,
like,
but they did that for Ratchet. They're like, okay, here's our design book for Ratchet, infinite ammo. It's just like, oh, we need to port it over. But like, it didn't feel like that with Resistance 1, and I think it's actually more with the weapon design or the tuning or something, right? When I'm shooting, like when I was playing Resistance 1, I was shooting people. It did not feel like I was connecting. I wasn't doing anything. But with this one, it felt on.
Especially,
you know what I mean? Like,
you get
on.
Like you get the things where it's like you fire around and you can press the alternate button to blow it up. I mean, like little things like that. You're like, this is fun.
And like, it's like almost like a visceral reaction that I'm getting to the game, which was missing. You know what I mean?
The guns feel great. Like, and they've all have alternate modes. Did you fire the mode that has the lock on?
Yeah, I did.
Where it's like you shoot the secondary mode. Yeah. Hits an enemy, and then anytime you shoot from then on, your bullets find him.
So what I do is like I peek out, shoot him, and go back, and then just go boop, and just shoot sideways, like whew.
Yeah. So well done, Insomniac. I mean, like I've got little nits like no cover system.
No cover system. Yeah, it's a little annoying.
You'd get these things where you'd be running at people, and I mean, you can duck behind stuff, but I love the whole kind of popping to cover, like where you can actually pop out, do shit, pop back,
and it feels better. But it's just like it didn't take away too much from it because this was a good non-cover system based FPS. You know what I mean? But the other thing, I kind of wish I tried was I hear the co-op is crazy.
Oh, really?
Well, I think it's like 4 or 8 or some crazy number. It's like more than 2. Oh. So we should do that.
Totally do that.
I need to give back.
Co-op? Maybe
I don't know. It's like probably 4 or 8 or so. But somebody was saying like, oh yeah, there's like 64 multiplayer or something crazy like that too. So like we should give that a try.
I mean, this is one of those system sellers, right? I mean, like the Resistance has since the beginning been one of these things where they're like, buy a PS3, we have Resistance. Like they're kind of like, this is our Gears of War. This is like...
But it's sad to me because, like, I think a lot of people may have played the first one and just like, it's like, I have a Sony and I'm a Sony fanboy, so I'm going to say it's good, but it's just like deep inside I'm like, I kind of wish there was another one. It's like, this one actually, it validates it. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean?
And I think that hopefully people that have been watching our show for a while and we've been dissing on Resistance 1, you realize if you haven't gotten Resistance 2 and you have a PS3, go give it a shot because it is actually really, really good.
Yeah, and you should really compare the two. I mean, I think like Insomniac like kind of saw the sales not really go that well, and they probably looked back and said, "Look, we're gonna tune things."
Did it not sell very well? I thought that like it still did pretty well because that's the only thing there was to buy.
Compared to like the previous Ratchets, and like some of the games, it wasn't like a multi-million seller copy. You know what I mean? And they tune, and like it fucking shows. It has the Insomniac seal of approval, and it fucking shows this time. So I'm good.
That's true. So thank you for redeeming that franchise.
Yes, and actually thanks to the NooBTooB army who kept on pushing for us to play the game.
Yeah, like and seriously, the reason why we played it was because like you and I were sitting there, we're looking through games, we're like, all right, what do we have to play by the end of the year? And we're like, we've heard people tell us Far Cry 2 and Resistance 2.
And Call of Duty.
Yeah,
the new Call of Duty.
So, we listen to you guys. We listen to your comments on the forums. We listen to your comments on YouTube.
Absolutely.
So thank you for keeping on our ass. You were the reason that we got to play a really cool game.
Yeah, and I was totally skeptical. I was like, dude, Resistance 1 sucks.
Yeah,
I don't think I want to. I can skip it. It's cool.
Exactly. We were both cool skipping it, and I'm glad we didn't.
I know. So, and next Call of Duty, who knows? Maybe Call of Duty is good.
Maybe.
We'll
find out soon, huh? You gonna play it? You gonna play it?
Well, let's talk about the games we're playing, and we'll see if we get to it.
Okay.
So
that is it for the games we've been playing.
Yes. Oh, thumbs up.
Big
thumbs up. It is.
I say thumbs up buy.
Thumbs up buy right now.
Yeah.
Like, because if you have a PS3, this is a game. Get this game. Get this game, Wipeout, and maybe something else.
Yeah. What else are you going to play, really? Come on now.
Home? Okay, so what's the game's, what's coming out?
So, are we doing...
Yes. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
Sponsors.
So this episode has been brought to you guys by PlaySwitch, who has been helping sponsor the show.
Yeah. So thanks a lot to them. It's actually it's a game trading service. You go to PlaySwitch.com. It is not available international. A bunch of people have asked, but if you are in the US, give it a try. You can go and put all your games up and say like, I want it to sell at this particular price, and then people can like bid up. It's pretty neat.
Yep. So you pay $1 to buy, $1 to sell. None of this PayPal nickel and diming you. None of this eBay nickel and diming you. And big deal is the promo code. The
promo code NooBTooB. Yep, and what does it get you?
So if you sign up, when you sign up and you buy credits on the site, you just enter the code NooBTooB, and whatever you buy, they give you $5 on top of that.
Exactly. And you don't have to register. You have to all that stuff. But hey, I just read on the site, you can actually, I think from the 7th to the 30...
All the rest of December.
All the trades are free.
Free trades. So now it costs you nothing. It costs you nothing to sell, nothing to buy. For all of December, go use PlaySwitch.com.
Yeah, just basically take a new game that you hate, like, say, Prince of Persia, and put it on there, sell it to some sucker for about $50 and get, like, 10 $5 games.
Games or something. Yeah,
exactly.
So go use PlaySwitch. Thank you guys for supporting us. Next up, new releases.
All right. This is, I think, the last week before our doldrums start.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
this is like the last big release.
This is our last big hurrah of good games.
Yeah, and
it's not a next gen hurrah.
No, it's Persona 4.
Yeah, Persona 4.
Shin Megami Tyson, Persona 4. We're definitely going to play this.
Absolutely. We love Persona 3.
Oh, huge fans.
And I think, given that this is coming out right at Christmas and there's not that much else to play, I think I might be able to give it more time.
Are you going to finish it?
Well, maybe. Because Persona 3, we both loved it, and we're just like, other games.
Yeah, I know. I got to level, like, 20, and there's, like, 100 and, like, 200 or something like that.
But it was
levels.
still good. It was good all the way through. Good, and, they've actually said that for Persona 4, they've put a lot of effort into the voice acting stuff. They said that the story is really compelling.
Well, the first story was really awesome, which is like for a JRPG style game. Like we always harp on the wall of text that you have to read. It's like this one was just like I was like hooked.
Yeah. So yes, we're definitely playing that this week. We'll let you guys know next week how it is.
Yes.
I wanted to mention this isn't in our list for new releases, but it actually the Kingdom Hearts game got delayed, so it didn't come out until December 9th, which was this Tuesday.
Are you going to play it now?
I'm going to get it.
You do realize it's a card-based system, right?
I'm going to rent it.
Okay, just checking.
And I will probably not like it, but I'm going to give it a shot because people have been commenting on YouTube. They're like, give it a try. You might like it. Yeah. It's pretty good.
No, some people were like, and then you could tell, even in the YouTube comment, you could tell they're going like, you might not like it.
They're like, I love Kingdom Hearts. You're like, is that game good? They're like, I love Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, so like we're go with low expectations because who knows, right?
Yeah,
who knows?
I mean, I'm expecting to spend most of my time playing Persona 4.
Exactly. Meteos Wars. I really like Meteos on the DS. But this was coming out on Xbox Live Arcade.
Yeah, so this is kind of a lineup 3.
Lineup 3, but you're clicking and dragging, and like the thing is with Meteos on the DS, it's really fun because you're like, right? But with Xbox Live, you're going to be using the controller, so I don't know if it's going to work. I'll try the trial.
Okay. Yeah. So. And then last up is just 2 ports. Prince of Persia is coming out on PC, and Sonic Unleashed is coming out on PS3.
Don't get it.
So
pretty simple.
That's pretty easy.
And I think we are actually going to be done for the year because we were looking at next week. There's like a bunch of shit, and then we even look like on the new releases, like
nothing.
No releases for this week,
which we've never seen.
I've never seen that.
We've never seen.
I think it's the week of the 22nd, right?
Yeah, the week of the 22nd. They're like nothing. Yeah. The week of Christmas, no new game.
Dude, if it actually came, no one's going to buy it, right? The deadline for
people shopping on New Year's Eve or Christmas Eve for games?
Dude, the deadline for Christmas shopping for any game is pretty much Thanksgiving. Pretty much.
I guess that's
you need that full month.
It just seems dumb, right? I mean, like if people are gonna buy it for Christmas, but I mean, whatever. I mean, like they obviously push them all back because we.
Well, I don't know because think about it. Like think of all the kids that got Christmas money. Like I think sometimes January, February might be like if you miss Thanksgiving, it's just like.
But we always talk about that the kids are bored off their tits during the summer and they won't give us games for fuck.
I know, because it's the parents who buy games. That's the fucking problem.
I think they're just wrong. I think that their reasoning is just flat out wrong. So
okay, side news.
Hey,
so we had a goal.
we actually got Christmas early. It's
Did we?
December 11th.
Yes.
Christmas came early to NooBTooB.
Yeah, so we had a road to 10,000 subscribers. We're saying, like, dude, guys, we're at 9,000. Come on, you guys can help us out.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So we wanted by Christmas to get our 10,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
What are we at now?
We're at 10,041 on December 11th.
Thank you guys.
Dude, you
fucking
guys rule.
NooBTooB Army. Are you kidding me?
Dude, like I think like last year January we were probably under 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
We 10x.
In 1 year we've gone 10x in the
Wow.
like the NooBTooB Army is growing by leaps and bounds, and the whole reason that this community is awesome is because of you guys.
Exactly. So we do appreciate it. Everybody's been saying they've been telling all their friends and putting it on their MySpace page and like all sorts of crazy stuff. So you guys
seeing
are
videos, all sorts of stuff. So you guys have been doing cool stuff. Thank you for helping us get to 10,000 subscribers. So here's the thing: is we ask for 10,000 subscribers, we get it right away, right?
Yeah.
How come I keep saying all of our hot female fans need to send me topless pictures? Not one.
Not one boob. No, we've gotten how many moob shots? Like 8.
I don't want moobs. I don't want moobs. I want boobies. Newbies for boobies.
Newbies for
Telling
boobies.
You. Bring them on.
Yes. 18 and over, please. We do not want to get
delete that shit. Not happening. So
yes.
Communities. What's going
communities. Okay, so we have the communities. Kate Father sets this up. It's the most amazing resource on the forums today. Basically, he goes and lists like 20 different topics. So it's the first place for a new subscriber to a new NooBTooB Army member to go and say what's going on and what's going on.
So this week, Veritas, there was a
last week,
Sorry, last week. So there was a Street Fighter II Championship tournament.
Damn.
Veritas smackdown.
I was kind of hoping because Sunflower talks a lot of shit about how good he is. I'm like, what happened, dude? And Veritas is the guy that always oh, we're having Iron Gamer Challenge. Oh, 1,000? Who has it? Fucking Veritas. So
fucking Veritas.
He's ridiculous, and he's also really good at Street Fighter.
Street Fighter, apparently. So very well done, Veritas.
Good
Next
job.
Up,
Left 4 Dead mod matchup.
Yes. That is 10 days from today.
10 days from today, we're going to have multiple rooms because I have a feeling this is going to be really popular.
Yes.
It's going to be versus mode.
Yes, so Left 4 Dead on December 21st, hop online in the evening.
Yes. Actually, you have to go to the thread and sign up. So you go to the thread, sign up, so they know your gamer tag, and you also have to make yourself a friend of the NooBTooB events friend. So that basically you go there and you can kind of see who's online.
Gotcha.
So.
And then also...
Yes.
UGC.
Yes. We have some new UGC. I'd like to kind of feature a little bit, but this is a new podcast called Something Different This Way Comes.
Yeah.
Episode number 1, and my God, I'm really impressed.
Yeah, it sounds very professional.
It's very... basically, it's NPR gaming show if one existed.
Yeah.
You take Ira Glass...
Yeah.
And you kind of say, like, no, you're not going to do This American Life a little bit more. You're going to talk about video games and interview people on the street.
Yeah.
It's
very
really
cool.
impressive.
It's very cool. So definitely check out the user-generated content.
Dude.
There's seriously like 20 podcasts that have spun off because of NooBTooB, and a lot of them are really good.
I know. We're actually going to feature one of the ones in the next at the end of the thing. So.
Absolutely. So, and then Shoop. It is Shoop time, son.
Yes. Thank you, Meteos, for setting this every week. And we have a winner for last week. It's pretty interesting.
Yes. So it is Tobin finds a fatal flaw in the chainsaw on a stick.
It's pretty artistic, dude. It's all red.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. So Wookiee Monster.
Pretty nice. So thank you very much, Wookiee Monster. You have won our competition. The widescreen photos are kind of interesting. There's already been a couple ones where it's just like, it seems like they've got more picture to play with now. The palette is larger.
Well, they have one. So if you look at the actual photos you can use, there's one point where you are going so close to the camera, but they have 5 different frames of and basically your face takes the entire frame. It's awesome. So thank you very much.
They did the butt raping, the surprise butt sex.
Surprise butt sex.
That's what happens when I lean forward. Is they put dudes behind me.
Don't do it.
I will never lean forward again because you bastard.
Why at some point when you lean forward, they don't just put boobs and just have you smother? Because that's
I like that better.
It's much better.
And then
the anal rape.
Yeah. Surprisingly, in the competition between boobs in my face and anal rape,
boobs.
I had to flip a coin.
Okay, yeah, check.
So member of the week.
Oh yeah, so member of the week. Every week, Crimson sets this up and basically says, okay, here are 5 people who do amazing things.
Yep.
Vote for them.
And the winner this week was Rain.
Yeah.
He did the Gears of War 2 social. He put that together.
Yeah, so every week, I mean, if you want to play games with cool people, go to the forums and go to events, dude.
Yep, and there's people always putting games together. It's just literally any game, any time of the day, you got a game to play.
That's right.
And then finally, the last one up, we got a little bit of a video from the Boogabug.
Another UGC. So this is the guy that's been doing the Asus Theater videos. And he has a new show. It's a little bit more formats, about 5 minutes long.
Yeah.
And it covers gaming on a budget.
Gaming on a budget. So this is a 60-second review of the Pocket VG. Oops, shit. Here we go.
It's going to happen.
Today, we review the Pocket VG Caplet standalone handheld device. The Pocket VG Caplet boasts a beautiful, full-color, 2.5-inch, 320 by 240 screen. Further, the system has a television output jack that allows you to play the games on your TV. The gameplay videos that you will watch in this review were recorded from my television. This system does not use cartridges, but has 50 arcade-style games built into its internal memory. This system has a wide variety of games, including puzzle games like Tetris, Sokoban, and a Kickle-like box game, racing games that have a pole position type feel, mind games like Sudoku, Lights Out, and Hanoi Tower, shmups with both a 2D and a 3D layout, gambling games like slots, poker, and blackjack, simple kids games, a variety of platform games, as well as an assortment of others. This was one of the most cost-effective gaming purchases I have ever made. I give this machine a big thumbs up. Yow!
Dude, that was awesome.
He built himself a wine rack on the wall. It looks just like ours.
Actually, I think he might be missing a couple.
Yes,
he only has two.
I got 16 wine bottles, son.
You need to upgrade your
a box. So that thing looked pretty cool.
I know, and I actually looked online. I think it's like $20 or $30 right now.
So, do you think that they paid for the license for all those games? Do you think they went and grabbed a bunch of shareware and
apparently the only official one is Space Invader. There's like only 3 official games. All the rest are clones.
Oh.
So it's not, Kickle Cubicle, it's Pickle Pubicle.
Pickle Pubicle? I don't know. Somebody has to make that game now.
I know.
Play Pickle Pubicle.
But dude, it's like it looks really bad. And apparently, there's another one with 50 games or something like that, and it's like $40. I'm seriously considering getting it because they have that one game. Was one of my favorite Neo Geo games called Magical Drop. Do you remember that one? It's the match 3 where you're picking up stuff, dropping, and then going.
Yeah.
It's like one of my favorite.
So a lot of those looked really interesting. So I mean, that seems like a good bargain for the whole gaming on a budget thing.
Especially
where it's like
for a kid,
50
dude.
games. Yeah, what a great Christmas present if you don't want to give somebody something expensive.
Well, dude, I think he said he bought it for his kids, so 1 and 3. It's just you don't want to give them a DS.
Yeah,
that might be dangerous.
Yeah, at 1. The kid just drooling all over.
I think it's just pretty little lights. Well, dude, with my niece and my nephew, I went and got my iPhone. I started downloading some iPhone games for him. I got the bubble wrap one.
Popping the bubble game.
Dude, the game, but it's 2 and 5, and they were like, and you could see the drool going out. It was just entrancing.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's
and
really cool.
My sister-in-law was saying look at fucking Yuzo.
Yeah.
Already influencing.
Already, so it's not only are you already getting them into video games, but you're getting 2-year-olds to want a cell phone. Mom, give me a cell phone. Fuck, Yuzo. You better be giving them one for Christmas because we're not buying them shit.
Oh, shit, that's a good idea. Oh, I should get them. Fuck, I already got them presents, but
yeah.
Next
All right, so...
Woo! Each week we feature audio and video voicemails on the show. If you have a burning question, request, or a funny story, please give us a ring.
Yep, you can contact us toll-free at 888-233-8480 and send your audio or video
bitches
files to feedback@NooBTooB.com. Also send us video responses on YouTube, but make sure you still mail them to us at feedback if you want them on the show.
Absolutely. Video questions are preferred, but all questions need to be under 60 seconds to be featured on the show. Remember that.
Yep, and don't forget the Yow. First up is Jennifer from Down Under.
Down Under.
She apparently took time out of her busy schedule being James Bond-esque to send us mail.
Okay, hi guys, this is Jennifer. I was just at my year 10 formal, so I'm a little bit drunk, just coming off the high. Thought, what can I do at 1 in the morning? I'll call up Tobin and Yuzo. I do have a legit question though. So, I played the KOTOR games, Knights of the Old Republic, to death, 1 and 2. I was all over that shit. And now I hear that they're bringing out a KOTOR MMO. I'm not really into MMOs, I actually hate them, but, well, I'm gonna play it anyway, and it's probably gonna suck and it will break my heart. Anyway, wondering if you're going to too. Anyway, yow.
So before we go to that question, hold on. Fucking year 10 formal. What is that? Sophomore? They don't year 10, 12.
That is here. I mean, year 10.
So what? Probably 15 or 16.
Yeah.
And she's fucking drunk? What?
Yeah.
I wasn't drunk for my junior prom.
It's Australia, dude. She's been drinking since she was like 12.
Is it? Is it
No,
that
I'm
young?
just talking shit. I don't even know. Their drinking age is probably 16. They're maybe 18.
Oh,
maybe
yeah,
18.
probably right. Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know, but
I mean, like in Japan, they have beer machines on the street,
which
right?
are awesome.
Awesome.
You can get a fucking liter of Asahi beer and just like click.
You can get bottles of whiskey. I saw like a half-size bottle of whiskey for like $20 in a fucking vending machine.
Dude, convenience.
I love convenience. I love the Japanese, and I love this question. So,
yeah, KOTOR. Sorry, yes. What were we doing?
So the KOTOR MMO.
Did you play the original KOTOR, right?
I did.
I really liked the first KOTOR.
I loved it.
I didn't play the second one.
I like that one too.
Okay, good.
I played them both. So the thing with the KOTOR universe is it's very interesting. It's very compelling. It's very well fleshed out.
And I think probably because Lucas probably didn't have that much to do with it. That's my guess.
That's probably true. He's fucking off with something else. So I guess the question is, are you going to play the MMO? And this kind of comes to what our plans are for next year, because you and I have been discussing some plans for MMOs.
Well, discussing plans because typically the first 6 months of the year is the dual rooms. There's nothing coming out, nothing to do.
Right.
And we actually had a really good time doing World of Warcraft 1 week trial.
Yes, we had a blast with that. You get a shitload of NooBTooBers. Yeah. They go and they just cause all sorts of trouble. Everybody's like going on big missions together. I mean, like we were getting to the point where we were doing these dungeon crawls. We were maxing out the number of people you're allowed to have in the instance.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
we would like go to Stormwind and try to raid it as a group, which
is hilarious.
Which didn't work out, but it was hilarious.
Death ball. So I think what we're going to do is when we get to the slow periods, we're going to start playing through these MMOs, get everybody to do a 14-day trial, 7-day trial, whatever.
Just fuck around. Why not?
So you could wait until this comes out and there's demos. Jennifer, you could come play with the NooBTooB army. We're just going to get shitloads of people together and play all these games, and then people can decide whether they want to stay on or not.
Yeah.
I think that we actually put some people back on the crack.
I know,
pipe.
it's really bad. They're like, oh, I haven't done my account in like a year, but I'll activate and play with you guys, and like they're still playing now. And it's like,
whoops. This is great. It's just like like some guy he's like in AA, he's an alcoholic, and you're like, it's New Year's, you asshole, have a drink. He's like, no, I'm an alcoholic, I can't have anything. Shut up, pussy. Be a cool guy. And they're like, oh, and like you see him in a gutter next week, like, I hate you guys.
So I feel bad, but come play with us. It'll be awesome.
Yeah, I don't feel that bad.
But actually, with KOTOR, the thing is, like, if she really likes KOTOR and she likes the BioWare style, personally, I think you should probably try to play Mass Effect if you haven't yet.
Yeah, that's
because it's BioWare and it's kind of in the same style, right?
That's a good
point.
It's
a really good
Mass Effect
RPG.
Is very similar to KOTOR, except if KOTOR had really long elevators. really long elevators.
Really slow elevators. Well, they didn't have the Jedis. Just they weren't around. It's just like
true. Jedi-powered elevators.
It's like Gungans were just like
fucking powered by that stupid goddamn pinball Yoda from the new movies. Every time he's fighting people, it's like bing, bing, bong, bing, bing, bong, bing, bong. Fucking goddamn you, Lucas!
Damn you!
I never get less angry. Every time I talk about those movies, I'm like, you fucking raped it.
Did you see the animated series, The Clone Wars?
No, but that got like
so shitty.
It got like a 5% on the Rotten Tomatoes thing.
Really?
Like, it was like so badly bombed. It was like an F- in Entertainment Weekly or something.
Oh, see, I like the ones that were on Cartoon Network for a little while.
Yeah.
A little bit, right? But dude, make a whole movie out of it. Anyhow,
damn it.
We have a message from Draco Master.
Yeah, he's got some info bombs to be dropping.
I think he's the guy that shaved his head.
Yes, Draco Master, the head-shaving hero.
Hell yeah.
Unlike the rest of you pussies. So, Draco Master's got some info about PAX.
Hey guys, it's Draco Master 01, and I just thought I should tell you that the dates of PAX have been released, just in case no one knew already. It's set for September 4th, 5th, and 6th. So make sure you can clear your calendars for PAX next year. There's no registration right now, but it should be up sometime in February. So start saving up if you need to. That's it. Yow.
PAX, motherfucker!
So that gives you, 9.5 months?
Yeah.
Save now!
Start saving money, put shit in your calendar.
Get to 21 so you can drink.
Turn 21 as soon as you can, get a good fake ID.
One or the other, yeah.
One or the other. But yeah, PAX.
Wow.
We've talked about this over and over again about how friggin' sweet this is. Shit.
What?
Oh my god, dude, we forgot to talk about Noob's Choice Award.
Oh, we will
do that next.
Yeah,
okay,
we'll do that next. Yes.
So fucking all right. So the PAX dates have been announced.
Yes.
They don't let you register yet.
No, they usually do it about 6 months-ish around before. So in March, we'll have a big announcement right when they open registration to tell everybody to go. Because we had about 40 people show up.
40 people.
Awesome.
We went from 4 people to 40 people.
400?
Next year, 400 people, son. I want it!
That's going to be crazy.
So next year's going to be sweet. Just get ready now because NooBTooB is going to take PAX by storm.
Hell yeah.
It's going to be awesome.
And not only that, actually, E3 apparently is going to be open to the public. And it's in May or June-ish, somewhere around there.
That's right.
Are you going to go? I might
go.
go.
Fuck yeah, I'll go!
Dude, May, June?
at E3. Make it happen.
Oh, yeah, it'll totally happen.
So we have, at the end of the year, we do a thing called Noob's Choice.
Yes.
So we let you guys all, so actually the nomination period is over. So,
by the time you see this, it's actually done. The voting has been done. So.
But here's the thing.
No, wait, actually, no. It's going to be released, and you have 3 days.
Yeah, but I'm saying the nomination period is over.
Oh, yeah.
So so at the end of every year, we're going to give you guys a list of our favorite games of the year.
Yeah.
But we also let you guys vote on your favorite games of the year. So there's a list in every category, like PS3, Xbox 360, Wii Mobile,
Sleeper, downloadable, worst game.
Everything.
It's going to be awesome.
Go to the forums. But here's the thing. Voting closes soon.
Real soon, like in 2 days.
Yeah, by the time you see this, voting is about to close. So go to the forums right now and vote for the newbie's choice.
Yes, new choice. And we'll actually do when we do our special episode announcing it, we'll kind of compare it to what we picked and like talk about it. It'll be really cool. So.
Yeah. So the last episode of the year, at the end of this year, is going to be the Noob's Choice Award, where we announce the winners of what you guys have picked as the best games of the year.
And last year is actually the match was pretty close, surprisingly enough, to what we like, which was like interesting.
We'll see this year if you guys agree with us on what were the best games, because we dissed a lot of games that a lot of you guys liked. So
I know.
We'll see.
Metal Gear Solid will probably be up there on the top games.
Yeah, seriously.
We'll see.
We know Metal Gear Solid will be on there.
Yes.
But we have a little bit of a promo video.
Oh, yes.
So Roel, I believe it's Roel.
Roll.
Ratu,
Nick2. Yes.
He did a video for us. So here we go. Roel.
Whoa. There's a lot of great games in that video.
That was intense. I was looking back. I was watching that video. I'm just like, yeah.
Minigun that fucking mutant. Yeah.
Right.
You know,
so
it's nice.
There was some awesome shit this year. So please make sure you go and vote.
Absolutely. It's very important. Just like voting for president.
Yeah, see? See how that turned out. So this is like, video games you can believe in.
That's right. And we actually have a little bit... we have some culture.
Yes.
Some people say we are lowbrow, far too lowbrow.
Yeah.
But what other podcast has sonnets?
Yes, that's right. So we have a sonnet that has been written for us by Arman. It is up here. So there we go.
Yes.
Tobin and Yuzo are not quite perfect. Occasionally they get the scores wrong. Yet usually their points are correct. It's so hard to stay mad at them for long. They may give a thumbs up or a thumbs down. NooBTooB needs no stupid-ass point system. Those things are so useless, they make me frown. NooBTooB do it right. Rent 'em. Buy 'em. Those guys have saved me so much hard cash, telling me whether I'd like this or that. Yes to Kickle, no to Mind Mutant and Crash. Without them, Mondays would be very flat. I love you guys, so I made this sonnet. NooBTooB, watch it. You're all gonna love it. Yow!
Nice.
That's pretty badass.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I can, for the life of you, tell me, I don't think I can tell you what a sonnet is. I knew it back in high school when we had to read them.
I think it has something to do with the number of lines, like 14. It's got to be a particular rhythm. I don't think it's iambic pentameter. I doubt it. Didn't sound iambic.
Yeah.
To me, I mean, perhaps. Your wife could tell us.
Yeah.
If it's
So
iambic or not.
my wife is she has a degree in literature, so she's shaking her head sadly in the background. But that's all right.
Yes.
So
we can't tell if that's accurate, but. Why not? It was
but yeah, sure. Thank you very much, Amen, Arman, for the sonnet.
Yes.
And I think we have we got Barry the Psycho, we got the Lollipop remix, we got Change the Seats. I don't know. We can do Barry the Psycho.
Let's do Barry the Psycho.
All right. So we got one last video from Barry the Psycho with a little bit of swag here. I don't know if it's Barry or his name is Barry. Here we go.
Hey Tobin and Yuzo, this is Barry the Psycho from YouTube and kind of the forums. Some people have been sending in some gaming memorabilia videos where they have tons and tons of different things. Well, I don't have much, but I just want to show something I just got barely. The actual Left 4 Dead posters. And normally you see these at the beginning of the campaign when you start the game. And I actually got them all on the Valve store. Dead Air. So yeah, my question is, do you guys have any cool gaming posters, or is that something you did when you were a kid? You're done with that. Okay, yow!
That was pretty awesome.
Yeah,
I like those posters a lot.
Those are really good posters.
Yeah.
I don't think I have any gaming posters.
I got a Mega Man one not too long ago, which I didn't really do anything
with. But did you
with.
hang it up? That's what the question is. What do you have hanging up like in your office where your wife is not allowed to tell you what to do?
Yeah, that's the only room I have.
I've got my kitchen and the office is like
the kitchen is yours? Okay. No, I have just my office and I have a Sam & Max signed print from Supercell.
Oh, that's
but
nice.
dude, when I was a kid, man, there were no gaming posters really.
So I had those really embarrassing D&D posters where it'd be like a dude fighting a dragon. And
what the fuck is his name? I know exactly.
There's like one dude that just does all these
Parkinson, Ralph Parkinson. He did all the covers for Dragonlance.
Yes,
that guy.
Yeah, so I had one that was like the full length of my door, like a 7 foot long.
It was like a white frost dragon, like
oh yeah, and it was just
dude.
all fucking badass. And there's like some dude with like a staff. I'm just like, yeah, I wish I was that guy.
Dude, I had much worse.
Oh really?
Okay, this is back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. What you got?
Bands. Hair bands.
Ooh.
Poison.
Nice.
Whitesnake.
Ooh, I had an Alf poster.
Okay, you win. But no,
fucking Whitesnake.
Bon Jovi. Like my brother would come in and he's just like, "Are you a fag?" I'm like, "No, I really like." Because it's just Bad English.
Yeah.
Warrant.
That's probably better than the bands I had. I think I had an MC Hammer poster.
Ooh.
I think I did.
What about New Kids?
I never had New Kids.
Okay,
you know why? Because I'm a guy.
That's true. But they were fucking cool. I had Skid Row. You got to give me Skid Row.
Skid Row's that's all right. That's
right.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I think I finally came around the corner. Got some Metallica. Got some.
Yeah, I did that. Well, then I saw Nirvana.
Megadeth,
Did you get a bunch of Iron Maiden with the fucking Eddie?
Oh yeah. Those are cool.
Yeah,
so,
that was more like 17, 18.
Yeah, but we
gaming.
had really bad taste. The only gaming I ever had in my room that I could call gaming was my little painted miniatures for D&D.
Yeah, but even then, anything video game related? Nothing. It didn't exist in the 80s. It really didn't.
No, you know what? Once Nintendo Power started doing the fold-outs...
But did you put them up?
Yeah,
I never did.
I did for, I ripped out the centerfold for, Zelda, and I think...
The center was, Peach, in a bikini like this. You're like, yeah, Peach.
Yeah,
No.
But yeah, I mean, they had the maps and stuff. They'd have all the cool little.
Oh, so I was like fucking geek. I made a binder for that stuff.
You are such a dork.
But dude, a binder makes it easy to find. And when you're like, okay, what do you give the guy who says grumble grumble? I'm like, I don't know.
Give him the meat, son. Give him the meat pie.
I didn't know.
Yeah, that's true. But I think I ripped a couple things out of Nintendo Power. But generally speaking, gaming, there just wasn't enough cool gaming shit when we were young. Nowadays, you guys. There's gaming shit everywhere. It's like otaku heaven out there.
Yeah, you look at my desk at work, I've got a little, Rob, it's just gaming memorabilia is huge.
I got a little Mario you brought me back from Japan.
That's right.
It's fucking sweet. We got some good stuff.
Hell yeah.
So, I think that's it for the show.
All right.
That is our show for the week. Check out our website at NooBTooB.com and participate in our forums by clicking the big community tab at the top of the front page.
Yeah, so if you're watching the video on YouTube, there's a subscription button right around there. And also rate the video by slamming a huge axe on Tobin's junk as hard as you can. That's what I'm using Watson.
And I've heard good news. Apparently, with widescreen, the stars are back under my balls.
Yes.
So I'm dangling my nuts right in the stars right now. Just give them a little tappy taps. So I'm Tobin Kozire. Audio engineering for NooBTooB is done by Range. Is it supposed to look like this drunk? Thanks for listening. We'll see y'all next week. We're out.
See ya.
We are fucked. More wine. It's liquid courage. Yes, endurance. Okay, ready to look at my balls? No. That is disgusting.